Hello and welcome to Sports Etc., the podcast where we talk about sports and how Uno is actually the reason that we celebrate the 4th of July. I'm Harmon, Kahl.
I am Jack Garrison.
And we're sorry for being a day late, okay?
Yep.
We had a scheduling conflict.
We did.
We'll be back on the Mondays next week. Our apologies.
Deal with it, I suppose.
Our apologies.
Our apologies.
But we do have something fun to shout out. Would you like to shout out what we just got in addition?
Yes, we just created the official Instagram account of Sports Etc. with Harmon, Kahl, and Jack Garrison.
That is me and that is him.
And that is at sports_etc_podcast.
Wow.
So yeah, that is...
So go give us a follow.
Yeah, again, that is at sports_etc_podcast.
Not quite sure how we're going to use it yet, but, you know.
Probably to, get some updates.
Get some updates.
Advertising.
Yeah. Try to
special guests, hopefully in the future.
Ooh. Maybe grow the brand a bit, you know?
Yeah.
So go over, give us a follow, give us some support if you would.
Yeah.
And you remember to follow us on Spotify and subscribe to us on YouTube.
Yes.
But that's the normal stuff.
That's
so
it.
Jack, let's
Harmon.
get into it.
Let's do it.
We got some spicy goat. Got some Tom Brady. I don't know why I said spicy.
Is it like a dish? Like what is...
Yeah, we got a little bit of... We got goat with a little bit of... Not ghost.
Goat. I said goat.
Oh.
You said the you said the S in spicy and it sounded
Tom
like ghost.
Brady to join Fox Sports on a 10-year, $375 million deal whenever he does finally decide to retire, if that ever does happen.
Yeah, so basically this deal is irrelevant because he's never going to retire. But if this were to come through fruition, he would be the highest paid broadcaster of all time, I believe, right?
He would be making more money as a broadcaster than he does as a player, which is absolutely ridiculous.
That's insane. Like
the thing is that I saw something where it was like, so Tom Brady, when he first retired, he gave us this whole thing about how he wanted to spend more time with his kids and his family.
And then he unretired.
And then they're like, oh, it's okay. He'll come back after he retires. And he signs a 10-year deal. So Tom Brady's with Fox. So now Tom Brady's kids are just kind of like, Dad. Just
yeah, and I mean, heck, we could broadcast, like, hire us. I want to make $37.5 million a year.
$375.
$37.5 a year, though.
Oh, well, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we make. That's how much we make from this podcast, anyway.
Yes.
We make $37.5 million a year.
Yeah. So, yeah, if... I'm not even saying when. I'm just saying if he ever retires, he is going to join Fox Sports.
I think he...
He's even going to be on Fox Sports this year because Joe Buck
didn't Drew Brees move over to Fox Sports? Imagine a Tom Brady, Drew Brees.
Dude.
Who'd do play-by-play?
I feel like Drew Brees is a color guy.
But do you really think Tom Brady can do play-by-play?
No.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Well, did Drew Brees go to Fox? Because I know he's on NBC.
He switched. Look it up.
Well, no, because Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, worst commentary duo, in my opinion. They moved to ESPN.
Yeah, and then who replaced Al Michaels?
Did he retire?
Yeah.
What? Okay, I didn't know that. Hold on. I did not know that.
So
anchors.
Al Michaels, one of the best, most successful.
No, I don't want. Well, there's like the pregame show. There's Michael Strahan. They might put Michael Strahan on it. I could see that happening.
Yeah. His voice is kind of nasally though, so like.
Not
the judge's voice.
Oh, Greg Olson.
Oh, really? They got Greg Olson?
Yeah, I've seen a game with him before. He's pretty good. He's former Carolina Panthers tight
I'm
end.
definitely in support of them, like, getting more players to do games.
Yeah, because when players do it, it's really good. Like, for example, Chris Collinsworth, former Bengal.
Houday.
Former wide receiver, and he is now a commentator. He knows stuff.
He does.
See, and if you notice, it's almost always whenever there's a former player, they're the color because they actually know, like, the in-depth analysis of the sport.
Yeah.
And so they can actually provide, like...
It's like Tony Romo is insane whenever he does broadcast because he knows the play that they're calling. Yeah. He's insane. He's one of the best broadcasters of all time. He is,
for sure.
And he's only been
love
doing it
Tony
for
Romo
4 years.
A broadcaster, personally.
I agree. Okay,
right, so that is
good for Tom Brady.
Mr. Thomas
excited
Edward
to hear him
Brady
in the.
Jr.
That's his name.
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. Yes, that's his name.
Why'd you count the junior as like a fifth name? They gave him the name Junior.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Reed Detmers.
Rookie, right?
Rookie.
for the Angels.
The Los Angeles Angels.
We're on baseball now. For those that don't know that the Angels are a baseball team.
Oh yes,
but now you know.
They're in Anaheim, California,
which is in Los Angeles. But
California is not in Los Angeles. Los Angeles is in California.
Correct, and Anaheim is in Los Angeles. It's like those
Russian dolls.
The nesting dolls. Yeah.
Who calls them a nesting doll?
That's what the name is.
They're called Russian dolls. I watched The Masked Singer. They were on there.
Can you really trust the Masked Singer? Like, if I look up nesting dolls. Okay, well, technically they're called Matryoshka dolls. I don't know how to say, like, Russian.
How dare you?
I don't know pronunciations.
They're Russian dolls. Most people know them as Russian dolls. If you go up to someone...
Also known as stacking dolls, nesting dolls, Russian tea dolls, or Russian
If you go up to someone who's like, hey, do you have a Matryoshka doll? I don't think they're going to know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Or if you have a nesting doll, I don't think they're going to know what you're talking about. They're going to be like, what kind of bird do you want? Like, that's not... That's not...
Or maybe they'll give you some chocolate, like Nestle.
Okay, no.
Okay. Anyway, Reed Detmers.
Reed Detmers. His name is Reed? Like Reed. A saxophone Reed. Is someone who plays the saxophone?
Or as a, like read, like a book, like reading.
That's leer.
Leer.
That's to read in Spanish.
To read in Spanish is leer, yes.
There's your
Harmon's
Spanish.
Flexing his knowledge.
Dude, I'm fluent in Spanish. Did you know that?
Are you?
Mm-hmm. Ask me anything, I can tell you how to say it.
Okay, what is...
Any day.
No, you pick. You pick what to say.
Hola.
What does that mean?
Hello.
Wow.
I told you I'm fluent.
Oh my gosh, dude. I had no clue. You've
Dude,
been hiding this all these years?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't.
You're 13% Mexican.
I am 13% Mexican.
So
yes.
I'm living your heritage, Jack.
You are.
I'm for you.
For me. Yes.
For you. You didn't ask me to, but I'm doing it anyway.
Anyways,
on to Reed Detmers.
Reed Detmers, rookie. I don't know how many times that's happened that a rookie has thrown a no-hitter.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always quite the spectacle when someone throws a no-hitter.
Someone did it last year. Tyler Gilbert did it last year.
Tyler Gilbert
in
on
his first career start.
Arizona Diamondbacks, who were actually really bad.
Now that spot belongs to the Reds.
Yes.
Why'd you say it? Yes.
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 It is the second no-hitter of the year. They won 12-0, the Angels did. And Reed Detmers went a complete game. It's the first complete game no-hitter by one guy. Because this year? The other one this year was 5 pitchers, which this is absolutely insane. It was the Philadelphia Phillies. Tyler McGill was the starting pitcher on this particular day. He only went 5 innings. That's it. This is a no-hitter, mind you. Drew Smith is 1.1 innings. Edwin Diaz 1 inning. Seth Lugo 0.2 innings, and
Joely. We got Dolly Parton over here. Dolly Garrison.
That guy Rodriguez. So this is pretty rare, I think, to have 5 pitchers combined for a no-hitter. That doesn't really happen. See, look at these. A lot of these last year were all...
Well, they had the sticky stuff.
You do get a point. There were 9 last year.
That's more than 1.
That's at least 1.
It's at least
Whereas
1.
the year before that, there were 2.
Whoa.
But yeah, congrats to Reed Detmers. He's probably going to get a pretty good MLB The Show card now.
You said that the year before there were only 2, but that was also a 60-game season.
That was a 60-game season. So if you split that out to...
That's 6.
102 games. It's about 102, 162.
5. Like 5.
Yeah.
Roughly on pace for 5 no-hitters. What?
60 times...
That's 1 every 30 games, and then 162 games divided by 30.
Not okay.
It's about
5.4 no hitters.
Yeah, so on pace, good year.
Good year.
Speaking of no hitters,
wait, let's just go over the stat line real quick for Reed
Okay,
Detmers.
sorry.
This is kind of an odd stat line, I would say.
I would agree.
9 innings pitched, right? 0 hits because it was in fact a no hitter.
Yes.
0 earned runs because normally no hitters don't have runs.
We'll get to that though.
1 walk. That's pretty good, but only 2 strikeouts.
2 strikeouts. He got 27 outs and only 2 strikeouts.
Yeah.
That's a strikeout every 5 innings.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And that's, like, when you look at, like, perfect game stats and stuff, nobody's getting, like, copious amounts of strikeouts.
Well, that's
because then you're at like 200 pitches at that point. But like 2.
I mean, well, there's
2.
Well, usually the Max Scherzer had that game where it was he got 20 strikeouts and he took a perfect game to the last strike, but he hit the batter. The pitch was inside the strike zone, but I think it was like Andrew McCutcheon or something leaned his elbow into the zone and he hit him.
And
he could have gotten 21 strikeouts.
But that's a rarity. I feel like 20 is a rarity, but then 2 is a rarity also. Mm-hmm. That's like it's on the low end of the spectrum.
Very low. I've never seen a no-hitter with that low amount of strikeouts.
Let's talk about another no-hitter technically.
We're going to call it a no. They didn't give it.
It's not an official no-hitter because it didn't last 9 innings. Mm-hmm. But there's a very specific reason that it didn't last 9 innings. Harmon, you want to take this one?
Okay, so our pride and joy, our very own Cincinnati Reds.
That's them. Who else would do this?
Maybe the Pirates.
Perhaps. Well, we were playing the Pirates.
And the Reds threw a no-hitter. But they lost. Boo. They lost. Hunter Green threw an absolute gem of a game. Who you have not been so high on this year so far.
Well, no. Here, let's look at Hunter Green's games. He's had really good games and really bad games.
He needs the consistency, and I'm feeling okay about him.
His ERA is not.
His
middle name is Hunter.
He had a bad game on my birthday.
His middle name is Hunter. His name's Christian Hunter Green.
Oh, his first name isn't even Hunter?
Nope.
Wow.
Second overall pick on the cover of Sports Illustrated when he was 17.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. So he's got 44 strikeouts in 7 games. That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
He's 1-6. Not so good.
Yeah.
6.21 ERA. I'm not sure if we discussed this, but he threw the most pitches specifically, because balls are, most pitches over 100 miles an hour for a single game in his second game.
Yeah, which now he's
first game. That was against the Braves. That was his first game.
I think it was the second game they did it, though.
I think it was the second game. Yeah.
But yeah, he's definitely taken off the velocity though a bit, as he's probably trying to go longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these strikeout numbers are pretty good.
Yeah,
we'll have to say.
Anyway,
so we got 6 strikeouts, 3, 6, and 7 in his last game.
Anyway, back to the Reds no-hitter that wasn't. Hunter Green went 7 2/3 innings, got 9 strikeouts?
Yeah, he had 9 strikeouts.
Walked 5 batters, I believe.
He walked 5 batters, and this is where the kicker happened, because
he came out of the game with a man on second and first. The relief pitcher came in, walked the next batter,
and then there was an out.
They recorded an out. So there's bases loaded, 1 out, ground ball. Then the Pirates hit a ground ball to the second baseman, but the Reds could only get 1 out. Therefore, a run scored, making the score 1-0 at that point in the 8th inning.
And then the Reds, I believe, had 4 hits total,
mm-hmm.
and that was who was pitching for the Pirates?
Jose Quintana.
Yeah. So he had a really good game as well. Yeah, final stat line for Hunter Green.
He throws the no-hitter, but he ends up getting a loss.
Yeah, no-hitter, 1 run.
I'm sorry, he only pitched 7 in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, 5 walks and 9 strikeouts, which is pretty good. He's had his last 2 games have been better than the game before that.
You just got to give him some time.
The game before that, he went 2.2 innings, 9 hits, 5 home runs, including 5 home runs. 7.
What?
In the 8 outs that he got, he had 7 strikeouts.
Holy cow.
Too bad he only got 8 outs because he gave up 8 earned runs.
Well, the Brewers probably saw these people hitting home runs and they were swinging for the fences, which means they're probably not going to hit the ball as much.
His ERA in this game alone went up by almost 3 points.
Yeah.
2.71 points.
That's what we call a yikes.
That is, in fact, a yikes moment. So, that's just one of those things where people are like, oh, that happens. Oh, it'll happen.
It does happen.
That does happen.
Dude,
he pitched a good game.
He did.
But
I'm feeling fine.
Those walks, though, we got to be bringing them.
Let's move on to more about the Reds sucking. Even though
Christian, they won this game, though.
Yeah, let's talk about people, historic things happening, but their team's still losing. Christian Yelich hit for his 3rd cycle of his career, and for those of you out there who do not know what a cycle is, it's when you hit a single, double, triple, and a home run in the same game.
So, I mean, there's no guarantee that you're even going to get 4 at-bats in a game.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of weird. I don't know how many times somebody has hit for the cycle, but it's
It's relatively rare.
Yeah.
Some.
I think it's more rare
than a no-hitter. Yeah. Some franchises don't have one no-hitter.
Okay, 335.
Over
a little bit more than the amount of no-hitters there. There's 316 no-hitters.
Okay, so over how many years? When is that? 1882. So how many is that per year? So that's 100.
No, wait, 140 years.
So that's a no.
It's a no-hitter.
That's a little bit over 2 cycles per year.
Yeah. So exceedingly rare, pretty rare.
Like for the entire league. In that this is Christian Yelich's third of his career. And he's still relatively young. He's in the prime of his career, so he is.
He won MVP in 2019.
Yeah, I want to say yeah.
Pretty
recently.
Recently, yeah, I couldn't think of the word.
So, like, here's the thing: he hit for the third cycle of his career, which ties the record. He could definitely hit for a fourth one. But you have people like Trey Turner. Trey Turner is the only active player who also has 3.
Yes, there's 5 total players who have had 3. Some dude named Bob Musial. I don't know who.
You don't know who Bob Musial is?
I think you're thinking of Stan.
I'm thinking of Stan Musial. Yeah.
This is Bob Musial. Babe Herman.
A little baseball player by the name of Babe. You might have heard of him. Just kidding.
But it's not that Babe.
It's not Babe Ruth. It's Babe Herman.
Babe Ruth's full name is George Herman Ruth. So maybe it's like Babe Ruth in disguise, like coming back to play. But Babe Herman.
Well, it depends on when did this guy play. Babe Herman.
Did we just uncover like a conspiracy?
Is Babe Ruth Babe Herman?
Babe Herman. He's got a pretty old card. Safe to say that doesn't.
He played for
the
Reds.
Look like Babe Ruth.
This guy is not the same.
His middle name is Caves.
His first name is Floyd.
Floyd Caves Herman.
He died in 1987.
He played in 1937 and 1945.
He played for 2 years.
Okay, wait.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
That's not true.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
1,818 hits. That's pretty solid.
Played from 1926 to 1930.
997 RBI. In 1926 and 1937, he probably served in World War II.
And then he randomly played. How old was he in that one random year that he played?
42.
Dang.
Yeah, he played 37 games.
He took 8 years off. He played a few years for our Reds.
He did, and he had probably one of the better years of his career. Okay, whoa.
Wait.
Go up. No, he played with the Reds for this 1 year, and then he went to the Cubs for 2 years, and then the Pirates for a year, and then he came back to the Reds.
Scroll up. I thought this guy... Is this guy Caucasian?
Yes.
Sorry, this is the picture that I saw, and he just from the angle. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's
because I was like, wait, then how was he playing in the 1930s?
It looks like
Jackie Robinson.
It looks like Peyton Manning in this picture.
He does, because I'm under the impression that could be Babe Ruth.
Yeah. So when did Babe Ruth retire?
Past the 20s. So.
35.
Okay, theory. So we had
So
this
then
guy
Babe
Babe Herman. Okay.
We started in 26 though.
No, listen to this. Here's my theory. So Babe Herman, baseball player.
Yeah.
He played. Okay, he's doing good. Babe Ruth retires. Doesn't want to end though. He goes. He kills Babe Herman. Okay.
Yeah.
Stay with me here. And then he goes on. See how there's 2 number. He got traded to the Pirates. Okay. So Babe Herman last played with the Reds right there. The original Babe Herman. Babe Ruth kills Babe Herman, gets traded to the Pirates, and that's when he starts. Then Babe
and he kind of has
Ruth,
an off year.
Yeah, he has an off because it's been a while. He's adjusting to a new identity.
And then 1936, he has another really good year
with the Reds, and then the Tigers. It's okay. Then he officially retires. And then he comes back for one last year in 1945. When did Babe Ruth die?
1948.
Listen, I'm not saying I'm a genius here, but I think it's definitely...
He was probably mad that Babe Herman was doing so well. We got 241 hits in one season.
That's
over a hit per game.
That's when it was still Babe Herman, not when it was Babe Ruth.
I know, that's what I'm saying. After the 27
he felt
Yankees,
threatened.
He felt threatened that his crown was gonna be taken as best baseball player.
Mm-hmm.
So he waits for his chance here in 1935. He drops a little bit, and so he takes him out. And 35 is a really bad year because it's not him.
Yeah, I think we figured this out.
Every season, he's had over 1 hit per game, except for this one season. That's insane.
That's good.
Anyway, Babe Herman, Bob Musial, Adrian Beltre, who probably retired 4 years ago, 3 years ago.
Wow, I'm surprised he hit for the cycle that many times. He does not seem like he has the speed to get a triple.
Yeah, he's been playing for like 20 years.
He was.
The Rangers Park is a big park.
And then Trey Turner, fastest player in baseball.
On the Dodgers, of course.
Of course.
So those 4 guys and then Christian Yelich are the only people who've hit a cycle 5 times.
In that game that Christian Yelich did hit for the cycle, the Brewers lost. So
that'll happen.
It's about the team. Yeah. But good job, Christian Yelich.
Good job.
Even though you're on the division rival Brewers, we'll clap. Respect. All
right.
So next,
back to football now.
Football. Jarvis Landry, former wide receiver for the Dolphins and then the Browns.
He was probably better on the Dolphins.
He went back home, signed with the New Orleans Saints.
Let's see. What was the deal?
It
was kind of low. It was.
I think I saw 1
year worth up to $6 million.
Yeah, that's really low.
Guaranteed salary of $3 million.
Because I mean, when the Browns.
Okay, so it's one of those things where he can earn more based on like incentives.
Okay, so let's just go over this. So Jarvis Landry, he was a Pro Bowler for the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Goes to the Browns, expected to be wide receiver 1, help turn the franchise around with Baker Mayfield. He ends up not doing that well.
Yeah, let's see.
His career kind of took.
Okay, the first 2 years he was there, he was still pretty solid.
Yeah, he
976. 4 touchdowns.
But then here comes Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's 2019. He has a really good year, 1,174 yards and 6 touchdowns. But then OBJ comes,
and Jarvis Landry kind of takes a back seat.
So he just left.
Yeah, he left,
which is weird because Odell Beckham Jr. left.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It seems like Jarvis Landry is trying to recruit Odell Beckham Jr. to the Saints. Can we just if Odell Beckham Jr. signs with the Saints, can we just understand how nasty that receiver room would be? Michael Thomas.
Well, he's always injured though.
But still,
perpetually injured.
We'll just say if he's not good, Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
Odell Beckham Jr. Jarvis Landry, Chris Olave.
Oh yeah, Chris Olave. Yeah.
So
I forgot he went there.
That's a pretty insane wide receiver room.
It would appear he probably played at LSU with.
They were teammates. That's why at Cleveland they were. That's why
they had the chemistry.
Yeah, they had the chem, but not like science.
No,
like emotional chem. I would have to agree with that statement.
Yeah. That's all I have to say about that.
Yep. But yeah, Jarvis Landry signs with the Saints. Kind of a low ball deal.
Here's my thing.
He could make an impact there though, as like kind of a supporting role to Michael Thomas and Chris Olave.
I think he's gonna fit there.
Mm-hmm. And plus, it's a homecoming.
They drafted a quarterback, didn't they?
Who?
Did they? No.
Who are you talking about?
The Saints.
No, they drafted Chris Olave.
Yeah, in the first round. Who's their quarterback then?
Jameis Winston.
That's right.
And Drew Brees may be coming back.
I didn't see anything about that, but it's on the list, so I'm just going to give that one to you when we get to it.
Do you want to go ahead and move on to it?
Sure, we're on the same. Let me just talk about OBJ for a minute.
Okay, go ahead. I'll let you take that.
Absolute standout as a rookie first couple years. And gets on the Browns, dips a little bit, but it's still pretty good, right? And so he leaves the Browns because he complains about not getting as much production, right? And he wants to be the number 1 somewhere. So he then proceeds to go to the Rams, where he's probably the number 3.
He was the number 2. He was ring chasing at that point.
He was ring chasing, and it works. But no, he's like, oh, I got to be the number 1 somewhere. Like,
and then he goes to the team with the best wide receiver in the league.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I think Odell Beckham Jr. is going to end up going to the Packers. I think that's a fair fit.
Interesting.
I mean, name one wide receiver that they have. They drafted who? Didn't they draft someone in the second?
Equanimous St. Brown.
And they drafted someone in the second round.
Oh, they drafted
It's okay.
I don't know who they.
It was a
wide receiver.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, regardless.
Yeah.
I can see OBJ going there.
It was they drafted. Stay with us.
Christian Watson from North Dakota State, which is the best Division II team.
He looks like the next Cooper Kupp.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Yes. Since we're on the Saints, let's just go ahead and talk about Drew Brees.
So go ahead and pull up Drew Brees' Twitter. So Drew Brees on his Twitter didn't necessarily say that he was coming back or necessarily hinted at it, but he definitely said something interesting.
Okay.
If you want to just go ahead.
Let me just go straight to
the.
Okay, here it is. I think I found it.
Jack might have founded said tweet.
Is this it?
Yeah, there we go.
I heard about him like maybe departing from.
Go ahead and read this.
NBC.
This is from Drew Brees.
Okay. Drew Brees, by the way, probably first ballot Hall of Famer, one-time Super Bowl champ. He was the leader in passing yards for about a year and a half before Tom Brady took him over. Saints legend, I would say.
Definitely.
The franchise in one name.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. And now he's an NBC football anchor. But here we go. Despite speculation from media about my future this fall, I'm currently undecided. I may work for NBC. I may play football again. I may focus on business and philanthropy. I may train for the pickleball tour, senior golf tour, coach my kids, or all of the above. I'll let you know. Okay, first of all, there's some plot holes here because it says all of the above.
Jack, you understand he's making a joke.
Yes.
Okay. He's saying he doesn't know what he's going to do this year, but he does bring up the fact that it is on the table for him to play football again, which I would assume okay, you get an elite quarterback. I'm not calling Drew Brees elite anymore. He's been gone for a year. Stuff can happen.
Yeah.
But you get him in there with that offense. That's a solid offensive line.
It's a pretty good offense.
Alvin Kamara. Mark Ingram is their backup?
No, Mark Ingram's on the Ravens.
No, he isn't.
I thought he was on the Saints before he went to the Ravens.
No, yeah, he came back.
Did he? Okay, I didn't
No, he's on Texans. No, he's on the Saints. He's on the
Okay,
Saints.
all right.
So yeah, Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram, Chris Olave, Jarvis Landry, Michael Thomas. That defense is good. Marshawn Lattimore.
Cameron Jordan.
Cameron Jordan.
Yeah.
It's just a really solid team. But Jameis Winston, I'm a big fan of Jameis Winston. I think he has a lot of upside. But if they can get an elite quarterback in there, they could win the. I'm gonna say it. If Drew Brees comes back, there's a chance they can win. They're definitely gonna come in second in the NFC South.
At least.
But if they get Jameis Winston could come out and have an MVP season. But if they get an elite quarterback in there, they could win the NFC South. Brady and the Bucks, I feel like, kind of took a step back this year.
They did, yeah, 100%.
I wouldn't say 100%.
But they did. They took a step back.
I mean, like, I don't know.
Okay, but see, Jameis Winston, he does have a lot of upside, but he's probably the most inconsistent person I've ever seen. For example, he had one year where he passed for the most passing yards in the league, like by far. It was over 5,000 yards, which has only happened, 10 times. But then he threw 31 interceptions, I think,
Here's the thing. He is the definition of throw it up and say a prayer. Yeah. Like, he just throws the ball up, and if it's caught, good. If it isn't, oh well.
He was on the Buccaneers with Mike Evans,
And Chris Godwin.
Who Mike Evans has been in the league for 9 years and has had 9 1,000-yard seasons.
And his mom had him when she was 14, yes. Yeah, that's just a fun fact about Mike Evans.
Yeah, but if we go to Jameis I butchered that. I always remember James is. That's
he is Winston.
He do
not
be
like
Winston,
the cigarette company though.
He do be Winston though. Okay, see there it is, 2019. 5,109 yards, 33 touchdowns, and 30 interceptions.
But you look at this past year before he got hurt. Look at that.
Where?
2021.
How many games is this in? 7?
Yeah, it's
something like that. But 1,170 yards, 14 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Okay, that's pretty good.
And we have some breaking news currently.
Okay,
connected to the whole Tyler Skaggs situation, a pitcher for the Angels.
He
died of a drug overdose
like 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, former Reds pitcher Matt Harvey suspended 60 games by MLB for distributing oxycodone. What is that word?
Oxycodone, yeah.
Yeah, oxycodone. So basically, he was kind of linked to drug dealing that may have caused the overdose of Tyler Skaggs.
Wow. Okay.
So suspended for 60 games. Former Reds pitcher.
Yep. Where does he play now?
Angels.
Oh my gosh, duh. Okay.
He doesn't play there anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Okay. Back to Drew Brees though. Potential comeback.
If he came back, that would be legendary.
For them, yes.
Yes. For just the league as a whole.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Okay. On to the next topic.
The NFL schedule was released on Thursday.
Yes.
Which was May 12th. And I, for one, am very excited
You're excited. I'm excited.
That's good.
We're both excited.
We are, because the maximum allotted games that you can have a primetime game for a team in one season is 5.
Is that the rule?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And there are... It's like 13 teams that have 5 primetime games. And one of them is our Cincinnati Bengals.
Hooray! Yes, that was so cool.
So, I know we've got a Thursday night against the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Sunday nights against the Steelers. And
Steelers, Ravens, Browns. We all have...
Ravens. It's a Ravens.
Let's just go. We've primetime games against the Bills, Dolphins, Ravens, Browns, Steelers.
So the entire AFC North being showcased on
the prime time.
I like to see that, because that's
yes.
one of the more competitive divisions.
I do declare. I would say
indubitably.
Yes.
I would assume that the AFC West, which I would venture to say is the most competitive division in football, all 4 of them are most likely featured
potentially
several times.
I would say that.
But yeah, 13 teams have 5 primetime games this year, and that is.
Do you just want to go over the Week 1 games? Some of the big.
We'll go over some of the big Week 1 games. So we opened up with an absolute banger of a game: Buffalo Bills, who a lot of people are projecting to be the number 1 seed,
the Super Bowl favorites.
One of the Super Bowl favorites versus the defending Super Bowl champions, the Los Angeles Rams,
on Thursday, September 8th, 2022.
Now, this is gonna be a really good game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna. There's no way it isn't.
This is gonna get you excited. We are closer to the start of the NFL season than the Bengals clinching the AFC North.
Really?
That was more days ago than we have. That was like 125 days ago. We have like 115 days left till the start of the NFL season. Does that make you?
That makes me happy.
That makes you happy.
That does.
You actually you like just did a little.
I did a
little girly girl thing where you shrugged your shoulders and you like leaned up against your shoulders and your arms went up and you just had a little smile on your face.
You know, I like stats like that.
Yeah.
We're men of statistics.
Statman.
I'm a stat man. Okay,
that's a scat.
Yeah, we're stat man. Okay. Let's go over some of the big games. Bengals taking on Steelers.
Division rivals.
Rivals. I was seeing this thing. I think we saw this together. Where it was like what each division is known for. In AFC North, it was rivalries.
And this is like actually, I don't know if you know, this is the first time the Bengals have ever kicked off the season against Pittsburgh.
Interesting.
Yeah,
that's kind of weird. Most people play their division in Week 1.
Yeah.
I'd say about half of the time.
Jacksonville at Washington. That's going to be the debut of the Washington Commanders and those new unis.
And the debut of Carson Wentz.
I feel like those uniforms are very hit or miss.
I like the unis.
I like
unis
them.
Are really good.
Like either people really like them or they really hate them.
The logo is bad.
I like the logo.
No, the name is bad. Sorry, the name could have been better.
The Washington Monuments. I would have been on board. Don't you? That would have been awesome.
That's pretty good.
We're like, okay,
for all those people out there who are like, but what is Washington? Why is this the Washington state? No, it's Washington D.C.
Yeah, hold on.
So, I'm excited to see the Jaguars too. If you get the Jags some time, they're gonna be pretty good, I think.
Okay. So, sorry. What I was saying about Washington is that no, they have. Where's those hats? Dang it, I can't.
I know.
Find, no. So basically, a picture like a block W. Okay. But like the middle one, I think the Washington Capitals have it. Look up the Washington Capitals logo. It's. See how that has the Capitol building?
The Capitol.
But it could be the monument.
George Washington University.
I'm saying like that you could have the monument in the W.
The George Washington University logo. I think it's George Washington. It's
Is that the monument? Oh, that's cool.
Seeing the W, you have the Washington monument in the W.
That's actually really cool.
That's pretty tight. Yeah.
Yeah.
So not a ton of other notable games. The Raiders and the Chargers. That's gonna be a good game.
Okay.
And on Sunday night, the Buccaneers play the Cowboys.
Wait! Don't move. So go back up. Okay. So and then this game, I think that Browns at Carolina game is gonna be interesting if Deshaun Watson plays, which might be suspended. Who knows?
Yeah.
But because Carolina was like one of the final 2 teams to get Deshaun Watson. There was them and the Saints, and he went to the Browns. And then I think the game of the week is going to be Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football? Seahawks versus Broncos. The return of Russell Wilson
to Seattle,
to the place where he was not good for his past 2 years.
No, stop hating on Russell Wilson. Not as good. You need to stop. You're gonna get your mouth shut up this year after Russell Wilson comes back and has a pretty solid year.
He's going to have a good year, but I am going to say right now I don't think the Broncos are going to make the playoffs. They're going to finish at least third.
If they were in the AFC East, they would make the playoffs.
Yeah, in the East.
Or the AFC South. If they were in the AFC South, they would win the division.
Yes. I think they're going to get third in their division. Third. I don't even know who's going to be second. I think the Chiefs are going to win.
Okay.
No. I think the... See, this is...
It's such an enigma. They could go
can't...
any 4. I think the Chiefs are not going to win the division.
I don't think the Chiefs
That's my hot take. I think it's going to be the Chargers.
Chargers? Okay. I think it could easily be the Raiders. I'm not going to lie. Okay. I think it's going to be the Raiders.
I think that's a hot take.
Well, anyway. Okay, listen, though. No, because Devontae Adams and Derek Carr went to college together.
Yeah, okay. And that's your reasoning?
And then they've got a solid D. Like,
okay.
Max Crosby. Mm-hmm. And Carl Nassib.
Yeah.
And,
no, he got cut.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, we did. That's right.
Because, people were saying this stuff, yeah.
Okay, yeah, but Monday night is going to be that game. We got a week 2 here. I don't know what's really going on here. I haven't looked at the schedule. We'll hit the mains.
I say... Okay.
The Chargers and the Chiefs on Thursday
night. Look at this when we get to week 2, okay?
Okay, all right. So
when we get to week 2...
So should we do an in-depth analysis of week 1?
When we get to week 1.
Look
up for this football season. Each week, we're going to be doing our predictions. We're going to be keeping score of our record.
We are, yes.
And that should be real fun. We should do a punishment. Like if you lose. What should the punishment be?
Ooh. We can ask the fans. Etc. Pitch in. Give us some ideas.
What do you think, for whoever has the worst record, hopefully we'll have a camera by then, so maybe we can do something on camera.
Should we do it a week to week or an entire season thing?
Oh, entire season. Like whoever has the worst record, and both of us are willing to do.
Yeah, and we play fantasy, so we're already
big.
Ooh, that reminded me. I wanted to talk about something I saw. I don't know how long ago it was. I might have missed it. Like it might have been the week before.
Can I pause right there? But yeah. So if you have any etc.ites, if you have any ideas for punishments that we could do, just like if whoever's the worst record, if you have any ideas of what we should do, just put it in the comments. We'll probably try to come up with something by next week, which will be released on Monday, not Tuesday. Once again, our bad. Anyway, Jack, floor goes back to you.
Okay, so this in Kansas.
Okay.
This guy lost his fantasy football league.
Okay.
Back in the fall when fantasy football happens.
Mm-hmm.
And as a punishment, they're like adult men, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not children.
I sure hope not.
Yeah. So they decided that whoever finished last in the league would have to enter the U.S. Open qualifying rounds for the golf tournament for the U.S. Open.
Okay.
And so this dude from Kansas entered in the qualifying round of the U.S. Open, you get 1 round. I think I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And so this dude, the par, which is like the average, was 72, and he hit 112 shots. He hit 40 over on the U.S. Open qualifier.
That's awesome.
So that was that, but ESPN caught wind of what he was doing, and so he got a bunch of interviews while on the course, while waiting his turn is up. But yeah, he finished last, and then he finished last in the U.S. Open qualifying.
That guy's a double loser. He finished last in fantasy, and then he.
So I feel for that guy, but it's pretty funny. He wasn't ashamed. He was just out there just playing golf.
Yes.
As one does when they're not a professional golfer and are just playing.
Let's go Jair Alexander. Big player for the Packers.
Yep. He used to have a superstar X Factor in Madden, which goes to the best players.
He still does.
Does he still?
Yeah.
He's probably shut down.
Anyway.
Yes.
He signed a 4-year, $84 million contract extension. Yes. So after this year, that'll be added on.
I think, pretty sure this upcoming year was going to be the final year of his rookie contract.
But the thing is that he's only going to be making $1 million this year.
That's...
No,
that's crazy.
So the Packers can try to get their salary cap down because they're paying for an arm and a leg for Aaron Rodgers.
I wonder how willing he was to do that. Did he propose that idea?
I mean, in the
Or
end,
did
in the end, he's still making. I'm sure
$1 million.
Yeah, like in the end,
it's.
Here's the thing: he's gonna be getting paid $1 million that first year, but then he gets paid even more money in the future.
Yeah. So you think the next 3 years are gonna be even, or do you think they're gonna be split out?
I don't know.
Because if they're even, that means he's making $27.67
I ain't no banker, Jack. Do I look like a banker to you? I know I come from a line of bankers.
Yes,
but
you're not
I'm not
actively a banker.
I'm not banker.
Yes.
Okay, so,
But yeah, I like it. I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Okay.
It's pretty good. Solid deal. I'm gonna have to say.
Okay, so on to Jesse Bates.
No, do you want to do Albert Pujols first, or should we do Jesse Bates?
Let's do Jesse Bates.
Let's do Jesse Bates. Okay.
Okay, so Jesse Bates.
This happened today.
You can do it.
This happened today. Yesterday. Okay. So Jesse Bates, pretty good, excellent, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Free safety for the Bengals. How long? 3 years? I think he's been in the league.
This will be his 4th year.
Yeah. And I almost said the Reds. Wrong sport. The Bengals are trying to. Every team gets what's called a franchise tag, and a franchise tag is where the team they're like tag, and they you have to play for their team
for that year, but you can't use it back-to-back years.
Yeah, and they don't get paid that year, do they?
They do. They get their.
But it's like the base salary, right?
Mm-hmm. So basically, but the player does not have to sign the franchise tag.
Yes.
So, and that is what Jesse Bates did. He says he refuses to play under the franchise tag.
So why they're giving him the franchise tag is because he wants a lot of money.
Guaranteed money.
A lot of guaranteed money. And we don't have a ton of money. We don't have enough money to pay him what he deserves.
Yeah.
So I don't see why waiting a year is going to help, though, because...
What do you mean? They're just giving more time, negotiation time. Is what they're doing by doing this.
Yeah. See, here's my issue.
Okay.
Is what's gonna happen in 3 years when you have to sign Joe Burrow to like a
10-year deal,
like $350 million contract? What happens when you have to sign T. Higgins? What happens when you have to sign Jamar Chase?
You can't.
But like. You got to get rid of somebody, and I think that guy is going to end up being Jesse Bates. I think they're going to sign him to like a 2-year deal max. So when it comes around for Joe Burrow to extend his contract,
no, here Jesse Bates wants.
I think it's going to be Tyler Boyd actually.
Tyler Boyd's gonna no. We're not re-signing Tyler Boyd.
Yeah,
we'll either draft a third wide receiver,
which is
we'll sign someone for that third spot.
It's unfortunate because Tyler Boyd has been
good.
He's been really good,
really consistent.
He's been around through the 2-14 season all the way to the
he's been around since
AFC champions.
Remember when he caught that pass against the Ravens to send the Buffalo Bills to the playoffs
in 2017?
17. Yeah, 17.
So Tyler Boyd, I'm gonna be kind of sad when he leaves.
Yeah, but it has to happen.
It's for the betterment of.
He's been consistent.
He's had 2,000-yard seasons.
1,000-yard seasons.
I wish he had a 2,000-yard season.
That would be amazing.
Nobody has ever had a 2,000-yard season.
Yeah.
Receiving, at least. Somebody has running.
Yeah.
Somebody did last year, actually.
That's crazy that you think that someone has had it running, but like passing the ball is known for like more yards and bigger plays, but yet people have had it on the ground more often.
Most?
2 rushing yards in a season. 2 people have. Derrick Henry and
Eric Dickerson and LaDainian Tomlinson and I thought, or is it just 2? It is just the 2.
Yeah. So,
what am I thinking of then?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Single season leaders. Yeah, see? Yeah. There's been
7.
8.
O.J. Simpson.
O.J. Simpson.
Featured in last week's intro. How he's
best known for being a running back.
Which he was a pretty good running back in the day.
Chris Johnson.
Some could say he was a killer running back.
Some could. Like how you could argue that Henry Ruggs is a very fast receiver.
That was...
Yes.
No.
Okay, but Chris Johnson, O.J. Simpson coming in just above the 2,000-yard mark with 2,00003 yards in 1973.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Johnson, he is a superstar X Factor on Madden. When you play Superstar KO.
Okay, yes.
He had 2,006 yards in the year 2009.
Oh, close. 3 yards away.
3 yards away.
Could have
or
been
3 years away.
Ooh. I did not think about that.
Philosophical.
That is deep.
Terrell Davis. On the Denver Broncos in 1998 ran for 2,008 yards. 10 years off. Derrick Henry in 2020. I thought that was last year. Oh no, he got injured last year.
Yeah, he got injured last year.
He ran for 2,027 yards.
In 2020. 7 years off. Or 7 yards off, depending on
it's
how
like
you
a
look at it.
glass half full, glass half empty kind of thing.
Sure.
Barry Sanders, Hall of Famer, legend for the Detroit Lions. Yes. Which it doesn't take much. But
wow.
1997.
You're throwing out shade.
I'm sorry, Lions fans.
There's probably none out there.
There probably aren't any. Exactly. Yeah. There's
nobody
to offend.
Do Lions fans exist?
I'm not sure. They probably hide out. They live underneath.
Yes.
But yeah, he ran for 2,053 yards. Jamal Lewis in 2003
ran for 2,066 yards.
Ravens, notorious running schemes.
Yes.
In their offense.
That's what they do. They run.
They run.
Yes.
Adrian Peterson.
Okay.
Not yet in the Hall of Fame because he's active, so he can't be in the Hall of Fame. He's an active player. 2,097 yards in 2012.
Yes.
And then Eric Dickerson, he's got pretty nice rec specs. Ran for 2,105 yards at the age of 24 in 1984 with the Los Angeles Rams.
Good for him.
I like how the abbreviation for Rams is just RAM, RAM, because each one has a code. And yeah, but each one has a code, and they're always the city normally. So Adrian Peterson played for the Minnesota Vikings, so it's just MIN, Min. Ball for Baltimore. Det for Detroit. 10 for Tennessee.
Den for Denver.
I guess at this point he would have played for the St. Louis Rams. So maybe that's why it says Ram. Because it's 1984, I would say.
Or were they still in No, were they still in Los Angeles at that point?
Did they move after that? Hold on. Guluger. When were the Rams in St. Louis?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, 95. Oh, Okay, in Los Angeles they played from 1946 to 1994.
Yeah.
So why did I'm not even. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, our last actual talking point, and then I have something after that. But
okay.
Albert Pujols. They were winning what?
15-2.
15-2. So you're winning 15-2.
Mm-hmm.
You have no point in bringing out your relievers. You run the risk of them getting hurt.
Okay.
Or throwing out their arm.
Just don't want to be doing that.
And Albert Pujols, I believe, has been DHing for the Cardinals mostly.
Yes.
Albert Pujols just joined the 3,000 hit club. Been playing for a long time.
Yes, he has.
And he is he's pretty good. And he played on the Cardinals back in the day. He returned to the Cardinals this year for goodbye. He's
this is
leaving.
His last season.
This is his last season. It's also Yadier Molina's last season.
And Adam Wainwright's last season. So legends.
Three Cardinals legends.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they won the World Series on the backs of those three in 2009 or something. Regardless, they won the World Series at some point.
Yep.
Oh, wow, he's got well over 3,000 hits. Jeez, I didn't.
Yeah.
He's got 2,000 RBI and he's got 1,000 home runs.
He's coming for Pete Rose.
Wait, 1,000 home runs? No, he's got 681 home runs, which is up there pretty high.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're winning 15-2, and they just decided, you know what? We don't want our pitchers to get hurt. Let's just bring in Albert Pujols to pitch
for the first time ever in his 22-year
22-year career. This is his 22nd year.
That's insane.
That's
22-year career. He's been playing longer than Tom Brady's been playing football.
They're about the same, yeah.
Yeah, it's insane.
But yeah, that's that. And
he
gave up
4 runs. His career ERA is currently 36, which is not good. That means you're giving up 36 runs every 9 innings on pace. So yeah, that's what we would describe as not good.
That is accurate, yes. Okay, so what I want to do, that's it for our current talking points. But I just want to play the I've never played this before.
You never played it before?
I've never played the Wordle before.
Okay.
So WAR is a statistic in baseball. called it's wins above replacement.
Yeah, it basically describes how many wins a player gives a team.
Yeah, so like it's how many wins that person gives that would be above a replacement player.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And with this is a game where it can be any player in Major League Baseball, and you have to guess based on. So let's start it off with.
It's called the Wordle.
Yeah.
Like Wordle.
Yes.
Wordle. Yeah.
Okay. So let's say we start off with Kyle Farmer.
Birthplace?
Just start off with Kyle Farmer.
Kyle Farmer.
Okay.
Shortstop for
the
Cincinnati Reds.
So it tells us the name, team Cincinnati Reds, which is not correct.
Yes. The division in the league, which is not accurate. What hand he bats with, what hand he throws with, his birthplace,
his age, and his position. So we know that it's not green on righty, so we know he doesn't
either a lefty or a switch.
Yeah. And then for throws he's a lefty. And he's at shortstop.
Yeah. He's very much not 31. He's not in the NL Central. Let's try. I almost put Shohei Ohtani. He was born in Japan. Let's try Mike Trout.
Okay, Mike Trout.
Okay, he's in the AL West.
Okay, so we know this player's in the AL West.
So he's within 2 years of age here.
So he's 28 or 28.
No, he's 28 because then this would have been yellow.
Okay, so this player is 28 and he's in the AL West and he is not a center fielder or a shortstop. Okay. Could he be a pitcher?
Perhaps. Let's try a pitcher for the AL West.
That could potentially be.
Let's try the Astros.
Okay. Lance McCullers. Okay.
Lefty.
So,
he's not a pitcher. He's not a starting pitcher, at least.
Okay, but he's in the AL West, and this person is 28.
Yes.
Okay, so he's not in Houston either.
How many guesses do we get?
I am not sure. It might be infinite.
Okay. Lance McCullers Jr. Okay, who else is in the AL West? Angels, Astros.
No.
What's that?
Rangers.
Lance Lynn. Oh, he's on the Rangers
No.
now.
Marcus Semien. He's a second baseman. Marcus Semien. Okay, so.
Okay. Not on Texas.
Okay.
What are the teams in the AL West? Oh, the Athletics and the Mariners.
Okay, so
Athletics.
It could be someone on the Mariners like Jared Kelenic.
He's 28 though.
Oh.
Jared Kelenic's a baby.
It's not Jesse Winker?
It could be Jesse Winker.
Just go ahead and throw that out there. Jesse Winker on the Mariners.
Yeah.
Hey, it was Jesse Winker, former Red. That's pretty cool.
Okay, shout out to at MLB Random Stats and at Zachary S. Ellis for developing
It's a fun little
Wordle
game.
App. Now, although I played it today, we're gonna play the Weddle.
I've also already played it, so there's no point.
I just want to show everybody.
You're just telling them about it.
Well, okay, I'll just tell you about it. So Weddle is the same thing with NFL players, named after Eric Weddle, safety who retired with the Rams, but then they needed a safety in the playoffs, so they were like, Eric Weddle, can you come back? And he's like, sure. And then he won a ring, and now he's retired again. He won a Super Bowl.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Good for him.
So, in the wake of the boom of Wordle, there's Weddle now.
There's Weddle.
And there's Peltle, named after NBA player Jacob Peltle, who's just like a random dude. I don't know who that is. But it's the same thing with an NBA player. I like Weddle because it has a hard mode also. So normal mode can be a quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver, a tight end. Normally they're pretty standard. They're like stars.
Yeah.
And then, today's was kind of weird. It was Devin Singletary today.
I did get him today.
I did get him today as well. There's
fun.
only one I've missed on normal, I think, and there's one I missed on hard.
I have never missed one.
Interesting.
That's a fun fact about me.
I don't know who I missed on normal. I totally forgot somebody. But then hard mode can be any player in the NFL. Doesn't matter how random. It doesn't matter what position.
They could have played like one game in their career and just be
and just be like on a bench right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it's just weird.
It's weird. It's fun.
But it's a good game. I recommend it. It's weddlegame.com.
Fun little sports game.
Fun little sports endeavor.
But
yeah. If you don't have anything else, then
No, just remember to follow us on Instagram at, what was it?
sports_etc_podcast.
And subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify
for all those updates.
We'll be back next Monday, of course. Well, we will be back next Monday.
Most likely, unless we
have another scheduling conflicts, which should not happen.
Unless we
it was an odd situation.
Eaten by sharks.
Ooh. Honestly, that would be a way to go.
Honestly, though. Facts.
Good way, who knows? But that would be a way to go.
It would be a way. Abducted by aliens, if we reach nirvana, transcend humanity. There's a lot of things that could happen.
That could all happen.
In all likelihood, most likely, we will release
be back next Monday.
Yep. But until then, this is Sports Etc., the podcast where we talk about sports and how the card game Uno is actually the reason we celebrate the 4th of July. And we will see you all next week.
Peace.